Happy Labor Day to my subscribers over in America. It's September the 7th, 2020, and just wanted to do a short COVID 19 update and some of the restrictions and associated with COVID 19. I have to give the Philippines credit. They've done a commendable job as far as I'm concerned with this COVID, with this pandemic, being uh, you know, this third world country, supposedly limited resources, limited hospitals. They've really uh, done an excellent job. I'm COVID free. I'm healthy. Um, as a matter of fact, today the Department of Health made a statement that said that they're flattening the curve over here, and I believe them. Yeah, I believe them 100%. But as far as reopening the economy and getting back to the new normal, especially when it comes to tourism, which 1 out of 5 Filipino jobs is connected to the tourism industry over here. They still have a lot of work to do. Okay, and that's reflected in the travel requirements because the borders here are closed. It's a big stigma with this COVID. There's a big stigma. It reminds me of when back in the early 80s when AIDS first hit and the big stigma surrounding people with AIDS. But it's like that over here with COVID-19. I mean, if you get a positive, oh my God, you're marked, and you might as well have the plague. I mean, literally. And what people don't understand is, a lot of people who, most of the cases are mild, then you have the next is asymptomatic. People have no symptoms, and then you have the critical, it's very small, that one death is too many, but as far as people actually dying from the COVID-19, it's a very small percentage. It's less than 1% over here now. They brought it way down. They're doing an excellent job. But I'm traveling a little bit over 600 kilometers, which is about 300 miles, a little bit over 300 miles, and I'm going to tell you what I need. I need a barangay clearance. What's a barangay? Barangay is just your community here in the Philippines, or your neighborhood in the Philippines. So I have to go to the barangay hall, and they have to write me a clearance stating my situation, which in my case, I'm a locally stranded individual is what they call me, trying to get back home. So they'll type me up a letter because everything here is paperwork. I mean, it'll shock you how much paperwork you have to deal with over here. So then they'll give me the barangay clearance stating I'm a LSI. I'm trying to get back home. So then I take that and I go over to one of the clinics. It doesn't matter, the hospital, one of the clinics, get an x-ray showing that, a chest x-ray showing that, I'm COVID free, and then I take that over to the city health, and then they will issue me, once they see my negative results from the x-ray, they will, excuse me, and I have to wait 4 hours, as a matter of fact, to go get the results of my x-ray. So if I take it, I took mine at 11 a.m., I went back at 3 p.m., picked that up, went over to the city health, sat there for another 2 hours, because they have to look at all the paperwork. You got some forms to fill out. Then they'll issue you what's called a medical certificate, meaning you're well to travel. So then you get a copy of your barangay clearance and your medical certificate, and you take that to the police station, and then once they see that you have those two, they're going to issue you a travel authority to your destination. Okay, and for most people that's all they need, but depending on where you're going, and in my case I'm going to a place where I'm going to need a negative rapid COVID test where they go down your nose and all that at my expense. I need that. I'm also need an acceptance letter from the local government officials at my destination. Okay, I have to do all of this before I even buy my ticket, before they'll allow me to buy my ticket. Once I buy my ticket and I arrive at my destination, I may or may not have to pay for another COVID test. Then I may or may not have to go to a government-sponsored quarantine center or um, a hotel at my expense. Okay. Uh, Hopefully, I'm going to try to get home quarantine. Once they see all my stuff is negative, and then I'm coming from an area where we have the lowest rating, which is a modified general community quarantine, MGCQ. That's the lowest. There's nothing lower than that. But I have to do all of that just to go 300 miles. That's the equivalent of me being in America going from Louisville, Kentucky to Chicago, Illinois, and I'd have to go through all of this. And remember, it's a whole day's work over here to get that stuff done. It took me the whole day. And see, I still haven't taken my COVID test because the COVID test is only good for 3 days. So I have to wait 3 days before I leave before I can go and get that test done. So I still haven't bought my ticket. Okay. And I still haven't received the acceptance letter from my destination. So I still have a long way to go and a short time to get all that stuff together. But just wanted to give you a little update on that because I don't have any idea when tourism is going to reopen over here. I thought that they would have already reopened tourism, similar to what's going on in Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia. But over here, because the COVID has this stigma, and Filipinos are very superstitious and, they're very set in their ways. I don't know, it's like a lot of what they're doing over here, it's like burning a whole house down, burning your house down to kill a roach, basically. The extremes that they're going to. But, but as far as the COVID is concerned, it's working. But as far as the economy, getting people back to work, getting back to the new normal, they have a long way to go. Okay, and I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining because I'm healthy, I'm COVID free. But I'm just telling you from what I'm seeing, from what I'm reading, from what I'm experiencing. Okay? So if you have plans to come over here, it's probably going to be 2021, mid 2021, I would say, before you can get back over here. I thought that they'd be done opened it by now, but the way things is going, it's going to be a while before they allow. Certain people can still come over here. If you're married to a Filipina, or if you're a Filipino national, if you're OFW, if you got business over here or a job over here, you can get through the borders. But anybody else, just regular tourism, no. Okay, thanks for listening. Just wanted to give you a little update because I will be relocating soon, and a lot different videos you'll see because I'm very limited here in what I can do, okay, and where I can go here in Zamboanga. But once I get to where I'm going, you're going to see my whole, everything's going to change, okay? So be on the lookout for that. Thanks for watching. Hey, have a nice Labor Day over there in America. And if you're over here in the Philippines, man, stay COVID free, stay safe. Thank you.